It's a tiny town, Montana, so if you're smaller. But we are currently in Denver. I'll get into that a little bit later. I'm a Black status presenter with Unique. I joined in October 2014, and I hit Black in 1 year, exactly. And Brienne and I actually went to Unified together, which was awesome. And she was one of those people that I remembered. She's very good at connecting with people. I remember you even over like Maria Sizo, if that says anything, Angie. She invited me to come since I was in town, and so thanks for having me and welcoming me in here. I don't think I'm in anyone's downline in this whole entire room. No one on my team is here, but I'm always excited to kind of network with everyone in this company. And she asked me to talk about videos. So I'm going to give you guys really good tips. If you want to jot anything down, I'm going to give you like what apps to get, like make it real simple and fast. And then I want to talk to you guys about recruiting, and I will tell you my secrets to recruiting.
You are like the recruiting goddess. I'm all, Kelsey, Stacey, you're like, welcome to the team, welcome to the team.
I'll tell you my secrets.
Yeah.
And then
I love it.
I'm kind of going to do it backwards, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my story at the very end. So, right into videos. I think she asked me because I actually had, when our new mascara came out, I had my mascara video go viral. As in viral, like, I posted it, and within 30 minutes, it was shared over 400 times. Wow. Like, bam, 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 bam. And I was like, what do I do? Like, I should have put my link on the video. And then I remember I posted it, and I got my son in the car, and I was taking him out to our cabin on the lake. And I got out there, and we didn't have Wi-Fi, and I was like, I got to get this video on YouTube. So I was like, Dad, take care of Everett. Like, I hopped in my car, I drove to like the nearest hotel. I went in, I was like, what's your Wi-Fi password? And what are you doing? Like, get it on my YouTube channel so that people could then, use it from the link too. But videos can completely change your business, 100%. You want to make sure that you are doing something that no one else is doing. Think outside the box and be you. Be the first one. With our new products, think outside the box and do something that nobody else is doing, because it will change your business. From that one video, I got like 3,000, 4,000 followers. And I started this business. I didn't even have Facebook a year before I started this business. I had 185 Facebook friends. And my husband doesn't have Facebook, so I didn't have anyone to go steal friends from. I had nothing, and probably 80 of those were men. So I had 100 people to post to. So I had about maybe 10 customers that were even interested when I started. So never think that it's not possible at all from where you're starting, because it is. So 3 things you need to do with videos. Keep it short, good lighting, and be yourself. That's it. It's really simple. You don't need fancy schmancy gear. You don't need anything. It needs to be 4 minutes or less. If you can make it 3 minutes or less, better. If it's 2 minutes or less, even better. If it's 60 seconds or less, better. If it's 15 seconds or less, and you can put it on Instagram and Facebook, even better. Make it short. People will not watch a 8-minute long video. No. Has to be short. And be yourself. Never think like, my video was literally me cheesing out on the mascara in my living room. Like, I was just like, look at this! It wasn't anything special. It wasn't like tricks and all this stuff. It was me genuinely like showing these products. Sherry's videos, it's her in her bathroom. Yeah. Like, she's in her bathroom talking about products, being herself. Don't try and be her. Just be yourself. And people are gonna read that as genuine, and they're not being sold to then. You're just saying, this stuff is cool and you need to get it. Like, be genuine. So that's it. Keep it short, good lighting. When I do a video, I literally, like, if I were going to do a video, I would just open up those blinds, I tape my phone to the window, and I stand there. And I film it on my phone. Like, all my videos. You don't have to have anything special. I literally take, like, packing tape, and I'll tape my phone to the window. That's awesome. Like, I made videos in the hospital here, in the hallway, and people were like, what is this woman doing? I'm putting on makeup.
She's totally in the hospital right
now. Find good lighting. It's all you need. And I film it in, so the apps you need. Viva Video, iMovie, and I really like VidStitch. That's all I use. VID and then STITCH.
What's the difference between the three?
So Viva Video is what I use most all the time, just because it's really user friendly. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna go, how do I use this the first time? And I never have done a tutorial for my team, because if I do a tutorial, they're not gonna figure it out. It's like when you get a new phone. You have to kind of be scared at first and go, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do? But if you just play with the buttons, you can figure it all out, and it's really easy to like trim clips. And so I film it in the camera roll of my phone, and then I put it into these apps. And then when I'm done editing, I just put it back into the camera roll and I upload it out of the camera roll, because I think you get the best quality then. And then iMovie is really good, but if you're doing iMovie, you really want to have your phone sideways. And I don't use it a lot because I have the 6 Plus and it's big, and it always looks like I'm looking kind of off to the side. You can't really get like your eyes in the center and see yourself putting on makeup, so it makes it hard. But if you get a good setup, I think if it's a little further away, then iMovie is great, because then it shows up, like when you're scrolling through your newsfeed, it shows up kind of nice and big too. When they click on it, and they can make it like full on their phone. But those two, and then VidStitch, the only thing I use that for is you can do side-by-sides. So like I'll literally do a video of myself with no makeup on, and I'll like look straight for 3 seconds, and then I'll go like this for 3 seconds, and then I'll go like this for 3 seconds. And then at the end, I'll do another video with my makeup on, and I'll look straight for 3 seconds, and then I put them side by side. And you can see the like before and after, and it's a video, so it's not photoshopped, and people know it's like real. So that's what I do in there, and it's really easy. You just like put this video here, put this video here, and then you save the clip. And then you can use that clip in Viva Video and put it like at the end of your thing.
How you did that.
Yeah, that was just. And if you're wondering, if you see something, just ask the person. Like it was Jenny Peterson. I was like, hey, how do you do that? And she's like, oh, it's this. I'm like, sweet. And I always get the pro version. It's like $2 or $3. Use it as a tax write-off. Like, you won't have ads. It just makes things easier. And in your Facebook settings, this is something that I was like, it took me forever to figure out. I was like, why does everyone's videos look so much clearer than mine? Mine look fuzzy. And in your actual phone settings, not the Facebook settings. So you're not in the Facebook app, you're in your little phone settings. Then go find your Facebook app and turn on upload in HD. Super important. Because otherwise it's going to look really blurry.
Yeah, Facebook compression is terrible.
Yeah, so upload in HD, and then they're nice and clear. And then you get that little button that people can click HD, and they can actually watch it in HD too. Okay, that was it on videos. But super important, be yourself. That's all you have to do. People are like, how do you make videos? What should I do? Be yourself. It doesn't matter if you get on there and, you know, like look at the lady, what's her name that she tells the jokes all the time? She's hilarious. Like,
Terry.
yeah, Terry.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, be yourself. Like, you don't have to be anybody else. That's the main thing. Like, you don't need to, but you can get, like, inspiration from other people. Be like, oh, I like the way she did that. I like the way she did that. I like that. And put it all together and just kind of learn from everybody. And it doesn't have to be anything. Literally, that mascara video I made was nothing special. It was me sitting at my dining room table, because there was good lighting there, putting on the mascara and talking about it and going, oh my gosh! It's nothing big. Okay, so recruiting. Here we go. So first of all, this is something I love talking about recruiting, but I hate talking about this part, but it gives me some, like, validates what I'm saying. So I just looked back in my car before I got in here to try and figure out how many people I've personally added to my team. So one of my goals is to be one of the top 10 recruiter and top 10 leader. That's like one of my goals this year. I haven't really told anyone that until now. But since June, I've added 191 people to my team.
Wow.
And so that's about like 24 a month on average.
Personal, yeah, wow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
every month, 20 people. I always try to get 20 people.
Go, girl.
And so A little bit about my story is I majored in math. I'm a math nerd. I'm actually a mathematician. So I really like numbers, and I've always studied. I've been like, Whitney, what were your numbers when you hit green? Whitney or Jen, what were your numbers when you did this? Like, I would ask those people so I could see the bigger picture. Like, how many people have you brought into your team? How many are actually qualifying every month? How many have gotten to green? Like, I can see the bigger picture. So I'm not like beating myself up anymore, because I used to when someone joins and they don't get to yellow and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm the worst person ever. It's not you. You help them out as much as you can, but you got to keep adding people. It is a numbers game. Like, this business isn't for everyone. A lot of people are going to find excuses and they're going to quit. And it's not your fault. You just got to keep going. And you might sign up 20 people and they might all not do anything. And that's okay. And the next person you sign up might be Michelle Bell. And think about what that does to your team, you know? So the first thing I tell people to do is you got to make a team. You got to do it. Like, do you want to try and sell $5,000 a month so you can make $1,000? Or do you want to build a team and just sell $500 a month so you can make $100,000? So that's kind of like the big picture, is you're going to burn out if you're trying to make all your money off of your personal sales. Because, yeah, $500 a month off your personal sales, that's awesome. That's amazing. But you can't live off of that. Like, you can, but it wouldn't be very fun. So you want to build a team. So get organized, make a list. I have never had my team do the 100 no's list. Ever, ever, ever. Like, I've never had them do that. I have them make a list, and I say make it 80 to 200 people, but it's just to get organized. And then with that list, I say, now go put a star next to everybody that's bought from you, that's already used the products. Go put a star next to everybody that's super outgoing, that you would love to have on your team, that has a lot of Facebook friends, that is, you know, just anyone that you think has those qualities, and ask them first. And be, like, genuine about it. And say, you have to do this. You have the most stars. Like, you're perfect for this. You know, like, you have, like, I want, and when you do that, then you can do it really quickly. And every day you contact 5 new people. Every single day. This is the one thing I preach to my team all the time. I say, every single day, 5 new people. If you run out of people, you are not doing your job because you're not networking. And we're in network marketing, so you want a big network. I started out with the smallest network ever, and I was like, I gotta do something about this. I'm gonna add friends, I'm gonna do parties that don't sell, but I'm gonna add friends, and then I'm gonna do like this and this. Whatever I can do, I'm going to gain Facebook friends. Because it's like 10%. Do you want to be in front of 100 people and have 10 people buy, or do you want to be in front of 100,000 people and have 10,000 people buy? You know, so you want to build that network. So 5 new people a day. If you do that, you're going to talk to 1,825 people every year. And if you get 10% to join, that's 182 people that will join your team personally. So most of the time when people say they are like, I can't recruit, I'm like, are you talking to 5 new people every day? Who'd you talk to yesterday? And they're like, oh. I'm like, then get on it. Like, look it up and get on it. Like, if I can do this now, you can do it. And 5 new people, literally, it will take you 5 to 10 minutes a day. 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it, like, when you pull in your garage before you unbuckle your kid out of the car. I've done it. Don't judge me. But I'm like, he's watching Mickey, and I've got 5 minutes. He's contained. And then we go inside. But you can 5 new people every day. And here's exactly what I say. This isn't always exactly what I say, but this is what I would like train my team to say, and it's nothing that I came up with whatsoever. This is like what's been out in the network marketing world forever. I've just found it from watching YouTube videos, from following people, from learning from other leaders. It's not mine. But the 3 C's and if I would you, I just put those 2 together. So the 3 C's are crazy, compliment, and confidence. And so it's basically, you want to be confident, like Michelle said. That's the number one thing. you're not trying to trick somebody into buying the kit. You're not trying to trick someone into joining. I don't want to trick someone into joining that's not going to work. I want people that want to work. I'm telling them, I'm selling this dream, I'm selling this opportunity. And so you have to be confident about that and really know it's possible. Like, this is possible. I went from nothing to this business completely saving my life. So it's totally possible, and I'm so much more confident now, and I'm recruiting more people. It's not a coincidence. And it takes time. But I would say, so you might think I'm nuts. You can use crazy, nuts, whatever word, like, fits your vocab, you know. You might think I'm nuts. Have you ever thought about selling this makeup? Because I think you would kill it. If I sent you a quick business overview, would you watch it? So you might think I'm crazy. Have you ever thought about this? I think you'd be great. And if I sent you some information, would you look at it? I did not come up with this, you guys. Mm-hmm. This is all I say. And I have never, ever, ever hounded anyone. I was hounded by a different company before, and I wanted to join. I was like, this seems like a lot of fun. But they called me like 5 times within like 3 days. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, leave me alone, people. Like, I'll sign up when I want to sign up. And it totally turned me off from it. So I literally just put it out there. And you're not going to see results for a couple months. And you're going to start to go, people hate me. No one wants to join. What am I doing wrong? But if you're doing 5 new people a day, then when they have the money, when the time is right for them, when they're ready to join, they will. Like, last month, I had 8 people join that I talked to in June.
Wow.
So it takes time. It does take time. And all my girls will come to me and be like, I've been doing 5 people a day, and I've actually been doing 10 people a day, and nothing's happening. I'm like, don't quit, just keep doing it. And then all of a sudden they start just like recruiting like crazy. So it's not up to you when they sign up, because you don't want that. You want them to be ready and excited. And they're always like, what do you say when people say they don't have the money? I'm never even like, go sell a pair of jeans or go sell I'm like, when you're ready, sign up. Because how hard is that, first of all, if someone has to basically admit that they don't have the $99? But I understand that. I'm just like, whenever you're ready, you just message me and we'll get you started. I'm super excited for you. Because I've been in that spot where I'm like, I can't spend $99. And when they want that opportunity, they'll join. Yeah.
Out of respect, I have a question. When you talk about an overview to send, are you sending your own personal video?
Yep. So then I have a YouTube video. It's literally, I made it. I need to make a new one. I made it like 5 minutes before we did this online event for my team. And I was like, I gotta have something to post. And again, it's me sitting on my dining room table, and I'm just saying, I love this company because of this and this and this. And again, I watched other videos before I did it, so I could pull. Like, I watched Amber Voigt's video. I was like, she's a really good recruiter. I'm going to learn from her on recruiting. And I watched a couple others, even from other companies, of like, you know, so I had some ideas in my head of what I'm going to say. But then don't ever, like, try and read things as you're, you know, like, be you. Be genuine. So then I just send them the link to my YouTube video when they say, yeah, sure. I send them the link. And then I don't even bug them for a couple of days. If they don't say anything, I'm like, all right. If I see their little bubble float down in Messenger and they watched it, then I'm going to go, hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? Most of the time they're just busy. And we, like, get it in our heads, oh, my gosh, they're never going to talk to me again. I've crossed that barrier, and they're going to, like, go like this in the superstore, like the grocery store when they see me. It's not like that. You don't ever have to hound people or make them feel like you're going to hunt them down and make them join. There was one girl on my team that I, like, hunted down, and I was like, but she was, like, one of the parties I did, and I was like, you're selling so much, I'm making money off your friends, sign up, and she stopped answering me for, like, a couple of days, and then I was just like, sign up, but that's the only person that I've ever done that with, but they'll join when they want. So then I send them the business overview, and then if they say, yeah, I watched it all, then I say, what was your favorite part about the business? What do you like about it? Like, what do you see, how do you see this helping your life? Like, they'll come back and say, oh, I really like that there's that it's all online. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Like I can literally be working my business at the park with my kid. I can go take a bath and work. Which a lot of times I did when my husband was mad at me for being on the phone. I would just be like, I'm going to go take a bath. And then but you find, you just go like kind of hide away for a little bit. But, so that's kind of recruiting, just,
Do you ever, how often do you post about it in your VIP group about?
So the only time I post is to like basically remind those people that said they wanted to join up, like, hey, here's the kid again, like just kind of like, dangling it in front of your eyes. I never post to recruit. Like, I'm not, because you have to talk to them one-on-one. Like, they're not going to join my team without, and that's the nice thing about my opportunity videos. There's something about third-party verification. Like, they go watch a video, and even though it's me talking to them in the video, they don't feel like I'm selling to them. Because I'm not, like, directly talking to them. They get to decide. They're, like, doing their own thing on their own time. They're getting the information, and then they can come to me when they want to. So, and it's seriously nothing that I came up with. I just literally watched YouTube videos and I was like, this seems like a good system.
How is the, I know you're boosting, a sponsoring boost right now because it keeps popping up in my news. How is that
targeting
for
you?
Yeah.
Means my interests are good.
Yeah. Is that helping?
Yeah, so I get, I started out being like, I have to network. I'm going to add, like, friends from high school, friends from college, friends from, it's just kind of all, like, a progress that you have to do. And then you get to the point where you're like, there's no more people in Whitefish, Montana that want to buy this makeup, so I got to branch out. And so then you do some parties, and you try to gain contacts there. And so now I'll boost an opportunity video. Like, I'll just put the info right out there and say, like, hey, this is me, here's the opportunity, comment if you want info. And then when they say if they're interested, you know what I send them? My opportunity video on YouTube. And I say, here's all the info. What do you like best about the business? So it's like people see the information, they ask me about the company, and I don't even have to like bother bugging them. But I still will add Facebook friends, and sometimes if I see a girl post like a really pretty picture, I'm like, you need to be on my makeup team, and I'll comment and I'll message her right away. If I sent you some information, would you look at it? And if they don't say anything, I don't worry about it. Like, you don't want to be pushy at all because they're just going to run away. Like, don't keep bugging people. And if someone says they're going to join, if you have 10 people that say they're going to join, just keep talking to 5 new people a day because they might not ever join. I bet I have like 400 people that are going to join this Friday.
Right.
And it's like, you know what happens when they finally do join? They're going to start their link on Friday. And they're going to start selling on this day.
Exactly.
It's the ones that jump in and just go for it. Like, I signed up from a friend that posted her link once on Facebook. I signed up. I've never had a conversation with her about Unique.
Wow.
Once. I've never had any help. Like, I had a conversation. Whitney husband called me, like, right before I hit green, and that was the first time I ever talked to anyone in my upline, like, about anything. So you don't need help. There's everything out there for you. You just have to do it. So that will kind of lead me into a little bit about my story. So, again, Whitefish, Montana, majored in math. I taught math for a while. I worked at a golf course for a long time. I was a retail manager. I just found myself wanting to live in a ski resort town in Montana, which is kind of pricey, but there's no jobs there other than, like, waitress, service, that kind of stuff. There's no jobs unless you're a teacher or a lawyer. I didn't go to law school, so, there's nothing. And I knew I wanted to do something. And I just had this, and if you're in this room, you probably have that feeling. Like, you have that spirit where you can make something big. And you have to keep that fire alive. Jennifer Thomas asked me, like, what to post my why. Like, right after I'd hit green, she put me in this little, like, leadership group. And she asked me to make a video, and I totally made, like, a fake why. Because I couldn't talk to get my why out without crying. And I wasn't ready to even, like, say that yet. Like, I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I crying? This is stupid. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not that person. I'm not an emotional person. And I was like, so I just kind of was like, oh, yeah, it seems like I can make some extra money and, you know, put it away for college funds. And it was total just that. But you don't have to, like, everyone's always like, you gotta know your why, you gotta know your why. It doesn't have to be exact, but you have to have, like, that fire inside of you that nothing's gonna stop you. Like, there's nothing that will stop me in this world. There's nothing. Like, absolutely nothing can stop me from what I want. Nothing. And you have to know that. There's nothing out there that will stop you. So, like, you know, I was working full-time. My husband's a firefighter. So he would be gone for 2 to 3 weeks at a time and home for 2 days. And I would sometimes work tournament weekends. I'd be there from, like, 5 in the morning till 8 at night. And I have a 2-year-old. Well, he was 1.5 at the time. And so it was a lot. And I was like, this is stupid. Why am I, you know? And so I was like, I got to do something else. And I found this, and I'm like, I'm going to work as hard as I can for 1 year. What's 1 year, right? What's a year? Nothing. I'm going to work as hard as I can for 1 year. And I'm going to see where I get. And by hard as I can, it's not like I'm going to work 1 week and then stop. I'm going to work every single day. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night at 3 in the morning and work for a couple hours and go back to bed. And then wake up at 5 and go to work and just do it over and over and over and over. Because I knew myself, and if I didn't make, like, fast results, I would be like, oh, it's not going to work. You know, because I'm somebody, like, I like to see results. Like, let's get this done. Like, if you say sign up 5 people, I'm going to be like, I'm going to sign up 10. Like, you got to have that attitude. Like, I'm going to push myself as hard as I can. It's 1 year. 1 year of your life. It's nothing. And to be able to create what you can create in 1 year in this business is insane. And then if you do it again, it's going to quadruple. It's nuts, you guys. It's so crazy. And I did it. I hit black in exactly 1 year, and that was not by accident. I had it written in my planner. I didn't even tell anyone. Like, the only person I told my husband. He was like, okay. And he doesn't have Facebook, so he had no idea what I was doing for, like, the whole first 7 months. He's like, what are you doing? You're selling makeup? And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, but I did it in 1 year. And then a couple months after, he was in a snowmobile accident at work, because he fights fire in the summer and is an avalanche guy for the Forest Service in the winter, and he's paralyzed. And so you get that phone call of, hey, you know, this is so-and-so, I work with Luke, and he's been in an accident, they're taking him to the hospital, we don't know anything, he's conscious, but he's in a lot of pain. I got to the hospital, and I beat him to the hospital. I was there for an hour waiting for the helicopter to get him out of the mountains, sitting there by myself, not knowing what's going on. And he broke his C1 and C5 vertebrae and had spinal cord damage at C5, so paralyzed, like, from here down. Like, he could raise his arms, but hands don't work, like, nothing. And we were in the hospital for a week, and then this lady flew in from Craig Hospital at Denver, which is a specialized hospital for spinal cord injuries, and she said, you need to go pack a bag, and we're going to fly you down there in the morning. I was like, pack a bag? Like, one bag for Luke and I? Like, how long are we going to be there? And she's like, probably about 6 months. It's like, can you imagine? I don't get to bring my son. I don't get to bring my dogs. You get to bring half a suitcase for 6 months. And right then I go, okay, God, I know why you put Unique in my life. Like, I would have been screwed if I was at my other job. And I could work. I could still work. So it's those kind of things. Like, you don't know, you guys, what will happen. And my husband went from making $60,000, $70,000 a year to now he's getting, with 75% of his base pay for work comp, it's like $600 a week. So you know how thankful I am for this? And do you know how much harder I'm working even now? Like, so just know that there is nothing in this world that will stop you from what you want. And if nobody on my team complains to me ever. So don't take that.
Right?
If someone complains and they're not working as hard as you, you say, sorry. If I'm able to, like I'm literally talking to people about the business opportunity, like leaving voice notes while I'm, like, using a sling getting my husband out of bed in the morning. Like, you can work from anywhere, and you can make it happen. And I'm, like, walking back and forth from the hospital to our apartment, like, making training videos for my team. And they're like, you know, you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to do anything fancy. You just have to put in the work and make it work. I found this really cool conference room that I break into in the hospital. And it looks like I have, like, this sweet office. So I use that. Like, you guys can do anything you want, because if my family didn't have this right now, like, we would have been toast, you guys. And you know what happened last month? Like, December, I had a goal to sign up 20 people in December. And he got hurt on December 15th. And do you know how many people I signed up? 20. I didn't let that stop me. Like, don't let anything get in the way of what you want. And the next month, same thing. And I had a goal to get my first paycheck over $10,000 in February, and I made 14. So it can go, like, up real quick as you build that team. But you get stuck in that, like, blue to orange phase where you're like, oh, I'm working so hard and I'm making like $1,000, $1,500 a month and this is crazy, but it will happen, and you just have to keep seeing that. And the faster you can build that team, the faster you're going to find those little aces in that deck of cards, and you're going to be able to grow that much faster. That's what I tell my team too. There's like 4 aces in a deck, right? Mm-hmm. And you might get them right away, and they might be all at the end. But you just got to keep flipping over cards, because you'll find those people that will see the vision and see what this business can do. So, do you guys have questions? Okay.
You're awesome.
Everybody give me credit.
On YouTube, like, do you put your little opportunity?
Yeah, the opportunity video is on YouTube. And I get recruits from that now too, because like I'll tell, like, I don't have my link or anything on there. I think I have it in the comments now, but there's like 9,000 views on my YouTube opportunity video. So now when someone types in unique opportunity, they find me. Mm-hmm. So I get signups off my YouTube video now.
Just from doing that one video.
Just from doing that one video, and then they'll message me or they'll find me or whatever. So it's make your own opportunity video and get it out there. And it takes time. I made it like a long time ago, and it was just sitting there for a long time. But then you just kind of like build it up. But definitely, I think Facebook and YouTube are huge. Especially other countries, YouTube is big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's your husband?
He's doing good.
Are you still in Prague, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
How many months has it been?
He was hurt December 15th, and then we're supposed to hopefully be out of the hospital end of April. It's a long...
We just had a friend that went through all of that.
Long haul.
Yeah.
He's going to get his halo. I don't even know if you guys know what a halo is.
Yes, I do know what
It's
that is.
intense. But he's going to get his halo up on Tuesday, so that's going to be awesome. And then, yeah.
You're going to be able to snuggle his face again without having to bump into
I know, yeah. Like, I've literally been, like, I've slept on a fold-out chair since December 15th in the hospital room. So that's why I say, like, my team will not complain to me. Like, if I'm able to do this, so are you. Like, you can do it. Like, you just got to put in the work. And it starts out slow, like 185 Facebook friends, and then you have 200, and then you kind of just keep building. So I'm surprised I didn't cry.
I cried 40.